first phase of 2 phases before we hit the competition phase. And what we're going to be working at today, very straightforward things. For the vast majority of today's session, we're simply working on jabbing, double jabs, and also at a later point bringing the left hook in. Next week's session we're going to focus a little bit more on the left hook. Today what I want you to focus on more than anything is the jab, double jab, and also stance. You can see on the floor that I've got some lines set up. Now I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't mind you starting off by taping the floor yourself, but what I'd really prefer you did is once you've got that little bit of muscle memory, you understand that one leg's got to be kicked off to the side from the other, which I'll explain in a second. I'd much rather you took this to the mirror and just looked in the mirror and shadow boxed. Trust me, the greatest fighters we've ever had in here did tons and tons of shadow boxing. And when they were doing it, they were looking from these angles, the mirror's in front of me if you can imagine that. They were looking at this angle as well, and this angle, to see where their weight was distributed. Okay? So they're looking in the mirror from that angle, and even over their shoulder from that angle to see where their coverages are. And you should do that too. But for the purposes of just nailing it down, as an orthodox boxer, my left foot's forward, my right foot's back. I pitch my weight about 45% forward, 55% back, so I'm a little bit sat back. Now if you can see here, my feet are on either side of the line, and my back heel is slightly off the ground. My left foot slightly past 12 o'clock, my right foot towards 2 o'clock, maybe slightly past 2 o'clock. I'm trying to keep a good relationship between my left foot, my left knee, and my left shoulder. My head's down. And I'll travel, and I'll move that forward and back. As I mentioned last week, punches have got various elements that give them power. It can be rotation, elevation, transference, travel. Okay? That's when you're proactively making the shots happen, not factoring in that the guys are moving in on shots. So when we work the jab, a lot of the time the jab is all about not singularly extension, but also travel. So what we've got on the floor here is 2 lines. And what we're going to do is step towards the first line, and then the second line, and that punctuates our double jab. Let me just take a step back to just behind the first line. So we're going to do that again. To the first line, second line, and just behind the first line. To the first line, second line, just behind the line. From the side, you can see I'm travelling and leaning. There's not actually a lot of transference. I'm still pretty kicked back, 55% of my weight back, 45 forward, but I'm just leaning with the step to get that bit of extra reach. My pelvis hasn't travelled forward that far. So I've still got the right hand if I want to use it for transference. Now, when we get to the session, there's going to be five rounds. The first round, simple mobilisation. Jabs, 1-2s, 1-2, 1-2. Come down, body mobilisation, just to get the biceps warmed up. Then we're going to go to the accelerator round. Start picking the pace up. We might even kick the pace a little further than the pace we're going to maintain, just so we get the heart into that range. And then the next 2 rounds are our rounds where we're trying to hold the shapes, hold the power, all the way through the next 2 rounds. And the 5th round is, as I've indicated earlier, simply going to be a shadow box round. If you can get in front of a mirror, do it. Take the heart rate down in preparation for your circuit class, which will be happening about 4 minutes after your final full impact round. Now there's one other thing I want you to take into consideration, start getting your head around, and it's this, VPI. Now VPI stands for Volume Power Indicator. In one 3-minute round, we've got 180 seconds. In the rounds that we're doing, we're going to be doing about 50 punches per minute. So in a round, about 130 to 150 punches. Quite high output, volume. So when we're thinking about the percentage of punches compared to the seconds in a round, it's about 80%. 150, 180 seconds in a round, 150 punches, around 80%. When we're thinking about the power output, we're also thinking about 80% on aggregate on all shots. So the VPI on this will be 80, which relates to 50 punches a minute, and 80 on power. So that 80% as hard as you could possibly hit. Some of your shots might be a little heavier, some a little bit lighter. But we're going to try and hold 2 rounds like that. So we've got round 1, mobilisation, round 2, accelerator, round 3 and round 4, maintenance round, where we try and keep that pitch on a VPI of 80-80. And the 5th round is a shadow box round, take that heart rate down, and then we're going to start our circuit class. And that circuit class is going to last for around 13 minutes. And after that, we're shadow boxing again. Okay, enough speak. Let's go to round 1, mobilisation. Okay guys, so we're going to kick off now by doing our mobilisation round. We're going to do single shots, doubles and groups of 4. Now, you know I like my plastics, I like to get that body temperature up. Don't worry so much about dehydration in the first round or 2. Let's start. Easy pop-off jab. At this point, we're not using the VPI, we're simply mobilising. Simple jab. We're going to add the step, and out we come. That's all we're looking for. Little step, and out we come. Little step, out we come. Okay, let's start doubling up a little bit. So we're going to go 1-2. It's going to be a left-right combination, or if you're southpaw, right-left. Good. Let's put those in groups of 4. Step out. Step back in. Step back out. Step back in. Good. Let's get a little closer now, working the bicep area up. 2 little hooks to the body. Don't forget what we're trying to do. We're just mobilising. Okay, let's bring that into 4. Back upstairs again. Back to that single jab. 1-2s. Start doubling those up. Back to that bicep. Back to that jab. A little step in. 1-2. Double up. Bicep. Okay guys, you're now fully mobilised, yeah? Keep yourself moving, go and take a sip of fluid if you want. Look at the clock, get ready for countdown, because now we're going for the accelerator round. And don't forget, we're going to push it on this round. We're going to get ourselves pretty quickly up into the heart ranges we want to be at in our maintenance rounds. So the next 3 rounds are going to be pretty tough. So now, get yourself prepped, nice and buzzy, it's time to accelerate. sip of fluid. All right, beautiful. We're getting into round 3 now. Now into the maintenance round, okay? Once again, 80-80, we want good quality work. And in this round, I'm going to start bringing in the left hook. We spoke about it a little bit earlier. Maybe I didn't, but it's going to be a phase that we're bringing in for next week. So I'm going to start, let's have a look at the left hook, see if you can bring a little left hook into it. We're going to start talking about that punch on next week's session and incorporating that as a double shot. So this time, double jabs right across his left hooks. Keep that output going. Keep an eye on the clock. When the bell goes, you go. go and take a bit of fluid, keep an eye on the clock. I actually do want you to just take a couple of minutes now, 2 or 3 minutes, light shadow box. Let's call it 3 minutes. From this point, the clock's going to start running. A little bit of shadow box, take the heart rate down, okay? Whilst you're having a bit of a mooch about, put a towel on the floor, get ready for the circuit class that me and Jack Morris have put together for you. You don't need any weights. All you're going to need is your water, towel. Now when you're doing your circuit, there's 3 things I want you to think about. Form. Try and replicate what Jack does exactly. That's the most important thing. Don't worry about doing the whole minute. Replicate it. Once you've got replication down, try and do rate. Try and do it at the same rate that he's doing it at. Once we've got replication and rate down, see if you can do the whole minute. So if you do replication rate, you can only do 30 seconds, that's great. Take a 45-second break before the next exercise. Each exercise goes on for 1 minute with a 15-second break. That's going to show you what the next exercise is that's just about to come. There's going to be 9 exercises in total. Okay, so your preps, you know what's coming. Count down on it, 9 exercises in total. And then after that, warm off, stretch off. Okay, keep an eye on the clock. When you hear the 10-second buzzer, get back on it, and well done.